Torchwood in 3 words. Sexy, dark, dangerous.
It's fast, it's furious, and it's full of twists and turns.
Unpredictable and very exciting.
It's set in a real world.
It's Earth-based, realistic, adult drama.
It's a chance for us to tell modern science fiction stories.
Alien stories, paranormal stories.
It's having something to say about the world.
I think we've gone past that stage.
In a more adult way.
We have got design teams here who were dying to move on to these areas.
It's going to be British television like you've never seen it before.
Who are you?
Torchwood. Torchwood is an organization that is above the United Nations. It's above the CIA, MI5, MI6. We basically have the power to investigate crime and move the police out of the way if we think there's some type of alien intervention or aliens involved in it.
It's a slightly rogue organization. It does what it wants. It answers to no one.
And we're very secretive and no one really knows much about us. We don't just catch aliens. We scavenge the stuff they leave behind, find ways of using it, arming the human race for the future. The 21st century's when it all changes, and you gotta be ready.
But who's in charge of you? Is it the government or what?
We're separate from the government, outside the police, beyond the United Nations. Because if one power got hold of this stuff, they could use it for their own purposes.
But so could you.
It's life for these people. You don't join this team and do paperwork. And you don't join and have a quiet time, and you don't join to be safe. It's a very dangerous place. I mean, we always keep saying the most dangerous thing about Torchwood is Torchwood. The Torchwood team is headed by Captain Jack.
Captain Jack is a hero, swashbuckler, he's a rogue. He's the glue that keeps everybody together.
I did some research, and there's only one Captain Jack Harkness on record, and he disappeared in 1941.
Well, that couldn't be me. Could it?
He's one of those sort of marvellous characters. It's lovely to write because he'd say anything in any situation.
This is the police computer system. You shouldn't have this.
Might want to stop saying you and start saying we.
You know, you sit there and have to be polite, and you bite your lip and you think, oh, I can't say that, or I can't do that. Captain Jack absolutely does not care.
Now, first of all, she's no little girl. From where I'm standing, all the right curves in all the right places. But she is Torchwood, we both are, and we'd appreciate if you'd leave us to do the real work.
Jack, I would describe as enigmatic. Enigmatic's a terrible word to use in drama, because what does it mean? Everyone's kind of, you want to be enigmatic, but he really is. He's a man with a dark secret.
Captain Jack Harkness is the head of the Torchwood Cardiff team.
Shall we?
And underneath him, he has Owen Harper.
Dr. Owen Harper, thank you. Owen Harper is somebody who's found himself in a situation that he would never have thought he would have been in. He's fairly sort of sharp and ironic.
How do you switch off from all this stuff?
I torture people in happy relationships. And a bit moody, really. But through the series, we see him thaw, we see the real Owen. He has a hard outside, a soft inside.
I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm rubbish. I give up.
There's Toshiko Sato, who is the computer expert.
She is the technical expert on Torchwood. I think people tend to think she's quite shy and quiet, but in fact, I think she's just a private person. What you'll find is throughout the series, the layers start to unravel, if you like. It's an interesting journey she has.
The second in command of the whole team is Susie Costello, also specialises in weaponry and hardware. And behind that, there's the faithful Yanto.
Yanto cleans up after us and gets us everywhere on time. I try my best.
He's initially introduced as the Torchwood receptionist.
But don't keep on waiting.
It's a little bit more involved as the series progresses.
This might help.
He's probably the one with his feet on the ground.
Who's for Chinese?
He says this type of things maybe audience members at home would say in the situations that the team are thrown into.
Careful, that's harassment, sir.
And that's the world that Gwen Cooper walks into, who's not a member of the Torchwood team. She is an ordinary PC. With an ordinary life, ordinary boyfriend, ordinary flat, who comes across extraordinary events happening.
It's all about her engaging into this different world and accepting it and not
screaming her face off and running out, you know. And that's what attracts Jack, is that she doesn't react like that. She reacts in this rather extraordinary way.
Gwen brings back the kind of heart to Jack.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Gwen Cooper, CID? I'm making some inquiries round the bay. I need to check some people out on your list, if that's okay.
I don't suppose you deliver to a Captain Jack Harkness?
No. He's not a regular anyway.
Okay, never mind. Thanks anyway. Don't suppose you've got a Torchwood?
Oh, aye. We do them all the time.
All right. Torchwood, excellent. What's their address?
Oh, just along the bay, down in the front, number 1, Butler's Wharf.
Well, there we are then.
Is that it?
No, I'll have a pizza. American feast. 2 American feasts. Large.
She thinks she knows where Torchwood is based.
She has kind of taken on the persona of a pizza delivery girl, and in she comes and is not sure what to expect.
Action.
She goes down thinking that she's bluffing them, but it's actually a double bluff. And they're expecting her, and that's when it all kind of unravels.
Gwen is our eyes and ears in episode 1 particularly. You really are experiencing with her for the very first time everything that's going on. So as she walks in, that sense of entering a completely new world.
Oh, hiya. Sorry I'm late. Someone ordered pizza?
Who's it for?
I think it was, a Mr. Harkness.
But don't keep on waiting.
There's a fantasy element to it. She walks into a different world, a new world, a world in which she will become a different person. And it's water and light and the sound and the people in there. It's new. It's something brand new for Gwen Cooper.
Before we go any further, who orders pizza under the name of Torchwood?
Yeah, that'd be me.
She discovers this entire new world, and how would you feel if you actually discovered the Batcave? How would you feel if you actually found yourself on Jurassic Park? How would you feel if suddenly you walked underneath Millennium Square and found this huge underground complex that you knew nothing about?
The hub is the main base of where a lot of the action of Torchwood happens. When I first saw the hub completed, I couldn't believe that they'd built that.
Very excited. Oh, it's huge!
No, I was amazed. I was truly just shocked.
This is massive.
It's all different levels. It's very grubby. There's water, like a lake in the middle of it.
So your office is there. That's where you work and live.
This is cool. And that's the part of the obelisk.
Bottom of the fountain.
Unbelievable.
It kind of looks like a tube station, except there was no tube station in Cardiff at any time, so we've kind of artistic license in a sense.
The mill are going to do a 3D CGI ceiling, so that basically it will look like it's actually another story taller than this. So whenever the camera sort of goes up, it'll be even taller
deeper
than this, yeah.
It's got a mortuary. So everything you would need in a scientific kind of lab, we have it, and more.
This is just really cool. This is wicked.
It's a bit good, isn't it?
It's very good.
I think the idea behind the hub was just to make it as sexy as possible, and just to make something that we just hadn't seen before on television. So when I actually saw it finally finished a few days ago, it's gobsmacking, and I just think it looks absolutely extraordinary.
from a lighting point of view, it can be much darker program. Still beautiful. I mean, it's still got to look very beautiful with all the practical light elements, and you're still creating beautiful imagery. But you can be a lot darker with it, and of course, you can play a bit more with the horror side of things, and make things feel much more uncomfortable.
Torchwood is a chance to tell not just a different story every week, but a different type of story every week.
You're going to see romance, you're going to see action, you're going to get aliens.
It's got a real oomph.
We've got great big epic stories.
We're going to explore Jack's past. Something happened to me a while back.
There are monster stories.
Always fast, always exciting.
It looks unbelievable.
But never quite what you expect it to be.
You need to see this.
What's this for?
It's wrong. It's beyond wrong. He shouldn't be here.
Say you forgive me!
Tell me what to do.
You can't just throw it away. Not without trying.
There are brand new episodes of Torchwood every Sunday at 10 p.m. here on BBC Three, and you can log on to bbc.co.uk/Torchwood for behind-the-scenes access to Torchwood Declassified. We've got it.